You don't need an LLC, you don't need business revenue, and you don't need an EIN. And you can still get approved for a business credit card with a limit that helps you build $30,000 in business credit. And most people have no idea this is even an option. They think business cards are only for real companies with employees and revenue. They are wrong. I'm going to show you exactly how this works, whether you qualify, how to fill out the application, and the one rule you have to check before you apply. Because if you get this wrong, you will get denied no matter how good your credit is. Here is the part that trips a lot of people up. There is a Chase rule that decides whether you can be approved for this card at all, and it has nothing to do with your business. It is about your personal cards. I will explain what it is and how to check it. But first, let me clear up the question that stops most people from ever applying. Is it even legal to do this with just your social security number? Is this legal? The question everyone asks first. Let me answer this very directly because it is the thing holding most people back. Yes, it is completely legal to apply for a business credit card as a sole proprietor using your social security number. Chase's own website says it. You don't need an LLC. You don't need an EIN. You don't need to register anything with your state either. And here is why. If you earn money outside a traditional job, driving rideshare, selling on eBay, freelancing, cutting hair, reselling, content creation, anything, you are already a sole proprietor in the eyes of the IRS. You don't become one by filling paperwork. You become one by doing the activity. So when you apply, you use your legal name as the business name and your social security number as the tax ID. This is not a loophole. This is not a trick. This is the standard intended way sole proprietors apply for business cards. You are not pretending to be a business. If you earn money or intend to earn money on your own, you already are one. The card application is just catching up to what is already true. What no revenue actually means on the application. Now the revenue question. The title says no business revenue, and I mean that literally. Chase explicitly allows you to enter $0 for annual business revenue. New business, zero income, just getting started, you can still apply. You enter how long you've been in business, which can be 0 or 1 year. You enter your number of employees, which includes you, so that is at least 1. Now here's the part you cannot skip. You have to be honest. If your revenue is 0, you put 0. You do not invent a number. What carries the application when business revenue is low is your personal income and your personal credit. Chase pulls your personal credit, looks at your total household income, and approves based largely on you, not on a business that may have not earned a dollar yet. So the application is built on two things: your honest revenue number, even if it is 0, and your personal financial strength, which is what actually gets you approved. The business does not need a track record. You do. Which brings us to the rule I mentioned at the start, the one that decides whether you get approved at all. The 524 rule. It is called the Chase 524 rule, and it is the single most important thing to check before you apply. Chase will not approve you for an Ink card if you have opened 5 or more new credit cards across any bank in the past 24 months. Not 5 Chase cards, 5 total from any bank. Personal cards from Amex, Capital One, Citi, store cards, all of it. If you're at 5 or more, the application is denied automatically. The hard inquiry still hits your credit. The card is gone. So before you apply, pull your credit report and count every card you have opened in the last 24 months. 4 or fewer, you're clear. 5 or more, you wait. But here's the part that makes Chase Ink cards special, and almost nobody understands this correctly. Once you are approved, the Ink card does not appear on your personal credit report, which means it does not add to your 524 count. You could hold 5 ink cards and your 524 number would not move at all. The 524 rule only checks whether you're under the limit to get approved, but business cards do not count against you once you have them. This is the move sophisticated people use. They get business cards because business cards do not eat their 524 slots. They keep their personal slots open for cards that matter, and they stack business cards on the side without penalty. So you know it is legal. You know you can apply with no revenue, and you know how to check your 524 rule. Now the actual question: which ink card do you start with, and how does this turn into $30,000 in business credit? Here is exactly how it works. Chase has 4 ink cards. For someone starting out with no revenue, only 2 of them matter. The Ink Business Unlimited. No annual fee, 1.5% cash back on every purchase. Welcome bonus currently $750 after 6K in spending in the first 3 months. This is the simplest card and the best starting point for most people. The Ink Business Cash, also no annual fee, 5% cash back at office supply stores and on internet, cable, and phone services on the first $25,000 each year. 2% at gas stations and restaurants on the first $25,000. Same $750 welcome bonus. Better if your spending fits those categories. Both have 0 annual fee, both earn Chase Unlimited reward points, both report to your business profile, not your personal credit. For someone building from nothing, start with the Ink Business Unlimited for simplicity, or the Ink Business Cash if your spending matches its bonus categories. Now, here is how this builds to $30,000. How the 30K actually builds. When you get approved for an Ink card, Chase assigns a credit limit. For business cards, those limits often start higher than personal cards, frequently $3,000 to $25,000 depending on your personal credit and income. That limit is your business credit. It is a credit line in your business's name that does not sit on your personal credit report, which means 2 things happen at once. Your business builds a borrowing history and your personal credit utilization stays clean because the spending does not show up on your personal report. Here is how to get $30,000. First, a strong starting limit on your first Ink card. Then after 6 to 12 months of on-time payments, you request a credit limit increase. Chase regularly grants these for accounts in good standing. Then, business ink cards do not count against 5 out of 24. You add a second ink card. Now you have 2 business credit lines stacking toward your total. 2 ink cards, each with limits in the $10,000 to $20,000 range after a year of growth, gets you to $30,000 in available business credit. All of it separate from your personal credit. All of it built on a foundation that started with a $0 in business revenue. 2 ink cards, each with limits in the $10,000 to $20,000 range after a year of growth, gets you to $30,000 in available business credit. All of it separate from your personal credit. All of it built on a foundation that started with 0 business revenue.